The topic that's interesting to me and the one I chose to speak about was should zoos be banned? First, I want you to have your opinion right now on zoos, and I'm going to tell you where you're wrong if you support zoos. Zoos do more harm than good. According to https www.peta.org, there's no denying that our world has evolved drastically since past few centuries. With the with the passage of time, human beings have become more aware of their surroundings and their rights. As a result of this awareness, we have observed different movements that are aimed to bring some change. Awareness of animals' rights have also emerged out as the animal rights activists decided to fight against any kind of cruelty to animals. Demand for the ban of zoos or on zoos is also an endeavor to end the miseries of animals. Human rights activists believe that confining wild animals to small cages just to entertain human beings is simply unethical. According to Populistico, depriving animals of their natural habitat just to entertain people is unethical. Being rational beings, we humans must take the responsibility of protecting the mother nature and other living creature. Animals' life is as important as of humans. Therefore, zoos must be banned to save the lives of wild animals. Zoos are basically built for the purpose of entertaining and educating people. In zoos, different animal species are kept confined in a small enclosure so that the local population can see these species closely. The species kept in zoos have to bear significant environment, weather, and habitat change. These species have difficulty to adapt to new environment and weather conditions. Due to this, many species can only survive for a few years in zoos. The argument that zoos are built to save endangered species is totally irrelevant as because it ironically kills many species because of the extreme environmental and weather change. Human rights activists emphasize on the necessity of natural habitat for the normal growth of any species and insist that zoos should be banned. Depriving animals of their natural habitat just to entertain people is unethical. Being rational beings, we humans must take the responsibility of protecting the mother nature and other living creature. We must know that zoos sabotage natural order and national life cycle of different species. Governments or government the government should build wildlife sanctuaries where people can see wild animals with the help of guided jungles safaris. This will give an opportunity to the people to observe wildlife in a wild habitat. Moreover, those who have an interest in animals' lives can now get crucial knowledge by watching highly informational wildlife documentaries. Such wildlife documentaries help one to learn different habitats of different animals without disturbing their natural order. Captivating wild animals for educational and entertainment purpose is unacceptable. There are other ways to get information about wildlife, such as wildlife documentaries. Those people who are keen to seeing wild animals in person can always avoid the opportunity to observe wildlife by going to guided jungles. Animals' life is as important as of humans. Therefore, zoos must be banned to save the lives of wild animals. Due to the widespread concern for zoos, animals' well-being, studies have been conducted to discover the effects of captivity. The articles, The Effects of Housing on Zoo Elephant Behavior, a quantitative case study of diurnal and seasonal variation, conducts research and establishes clear problems related specifically to elephants and the need for change. Elephants in zoos are more prone to obesity due to the fact that they are not forced to seek and find food like they would be in the wild. Zoos over the past decade have been changed both for better and for worse. Zoos have been able to create much more realistic wildlife environments, continue to educate the youth about endangered species, also with the social media and communications across the world today. Mistreatment of animals have decreased dramatically due to the people's awareness. However, capturing animals from the wild and placing them into captivity is simply cruel. Animals suffer from psychological stress due to the confinement. Also, animals raised inside the zoos will never be able to live a life in the wild, because even if the animals were to be freed into the wild, they wouldn't be able to survive because they've been raised inside the zoo walls. Animals brought to the zoos don't have the freedom to live the life they desire. When kept in captivity, they are deprived of sufficient space to grow properly, and which results in stress and form of abnormal symptoms referred to as zoochosis, which includes for biting, swaying, vomiting, and much more. Zoos often seek out baby animals because they are most appealing to people, but when the animals grow older, they are often sold or killed. Researchers discovered that the animal sanctuaries are a lot better than the zoos because they advocate spaying and neutering and attempts to find suitable homes for the animals. Living in a place so unlike their natural habitat, most people claim that the animals look depressed, bored, stressed, or stressed out. In their natural habitat, species develop immunities to naturally occurring illnesses. When kept in a zoo, the animals do not develop the capability to resist certain diseases and therefore would be more prone to catching viruses if released back into the wild. The cages are always dirty. Animals sickly and poorly fed. Therefore, animals that live in these zoos suffer from many kinds of diseases and die earlier than others in the wild. Animals urgently need to be protected. Up to 5,000 zoo animals are killed per year due to zoos, and they aren't properly taken care of, so this is why zoos should be banned. So this is my opinion on why zoos should be banned. Thank you.